All right. The harvesting season has arrived. Nako ya go buna e fihlile. Ba bantši ba lena ba mpotšiša gore okay, ge re lo buna re tseba jwang gore mmidi wa rena o right goba o enough gore re ka make a profit or ra se dire profit. A hunting season has arrived. A lot of you have always been enjoying my tutorials and asking me how do they actually evaluate if the maize will give enough profit or you'll be at a loss. You can establish that before you even harvest. And how do you do it? I'm going to give you a short tutorial today, a quick one. Now what you do, you've got your scale here. Some of you are using electronic scale. Some of you are using the manual scale. This is what you call a salter scale. It's an ancient scale. It's an old scale. I started using this in the 1990s when I was still young. It's our old scale. So now with this, like any other thing, when you have to measure weight, you must actually tear. Tear means you remove whatever weight that is on the scale, and you must make sure that the scale can measure the weight correctly. Instead of putting 1 kg, the scale must not tell you it's 1.2 kg. So how do you do that? You take any a container of water. This is a 2.5 liter. So I've added 2.5 liter of water. So meaning this, we are going to put it on the scale. And then now we see it doesn't say 2.5, it says 2.4. It means the scale was not weighing right. You see, this is 2.5 and yet the scale is sitting at 2.4. So we are going to adjust it to go to 2.5. Right? So it is at 2.5. Now that means we are tearing it. So we are definitely sure that the weight is measuring exactly the same as you are going to put. So we remove the container now. That is why it goes back to 0. So done with the container. So now let's go. Let me tell you about the farm. We have got the farm. It has got two portions, the back portion and the front portion. So now when you are going to harvest, normally when you are going to deliver your maize, they want the moisture content to be around 12. You can start delivering because the minute is above 12, there's still too much water or moisture in your maize seed, corn seed, and therefore they might lose. So from 12 they can take it because it balances out for both the seller and the supplier. So what we did is here we took out on the front portion of the farm, we took out 6 corns, and then we removed the middle hob. Now this is how the maize look. You can come closer. This is our quality of the maize. Come closer, come closer and see. Look at this quality. Look at the corn. This is the quality of maize that came out. And one is happy with the quality. Triangular, flat, big, right? So we are going to measure in terms of what is the weight, and then we'll do a calculation. I'll show you. This is actually the back side where we also took out 6 corn. This is the quality of the maize. This is the quality of the maize, very beautiful. Now what we do is we are going to measure. Let's start by measuring the front. We measure the front part. Now when we measure the front, it is telling us the total weight of 6 corn, which we remove the seed, it is actually 1.2 kg. So when it's 1.2 kg, you can calculate yourself there. You are going to say, okay, is 6 corns inside at 1.2 kg. So you are going to say 1.2 kg, you divide by the number of corns that you have put in here. So obviously it's going to give you 200 grams. So meaning every corn that you have put in here weigh 200 grams. Now if one corn weigh 200 grams, because you took 1.2 kg, all of it, divided by the number of corns that you have added here, it's giving you 200 grams. And then you are going to say, oh, 200 grams per hectare on my farm. How many plants did I plant? Some of you have planted 32,000, some 40,000, it depends. Now let's take, for argument's sake, on my farm I've done 34,000 seeds in a hectare. So I'm going to say, oh, okay, meaning if one plant is giving me 200 gram, then I'm going to say 200 gram multiplied by 34,000. If I do 200 gram multiplied by 34,000, it gives me 6,800 kg, which is about 6.8 ton per hectare. So that means for every hectare you are getting 6.8 ton. That is just an estimate. Remember, I have not yet measured the moisture quantity. So if you are getting 6.8 ton per hectare, that's a good breakdown, because then average we expect the hectare to give you at least 5.5 to 6.5. Then you are still breaking even, or you are slightly making profit. That is how you do your calculation. Now we also take the back one. We have done the front one. Now we have done the front one. Now we take the back one, because that means in the front, average we are looking at 6.6 to 6.8 hectares. Then we do the back one. There it is, which is 6 back. And then we measure. It's also at 1.2. And how many corns did we put? We have put 6 corn. So we say 6 corn, and we say 1.2 kg divided by 6 corn is giving us 200 grams per corn. So obviously on both is the same. So meaning the whole farm combined, each hectare is giving us around 6.5 to 6.8 hectares. Sorry, tons per hectare, which is very good. And now that is the stage. So you already know that your farm is giving you so many tons per hectare. Already you can calculate. Currently the price has dropped from 4,300 since last year to now it has went very low to about 3,000. And as farmers, we are definitely going to lose. I will say, definitely say it outright. Some farmers next year might struggle. And the more you get higher tonnage per hectare, the better, because it can compensate. It can compensate for your loss. And that's where we are coming from. So today is the day. We know that average where we are sitting per hectare, more or less, it can be our 6 ton per hectare. So the next step, we are taking this now to the laboratory. They are going to test the moisture content so that we can see if our moisture content is already at 12. If our moisture content is already at 12, then the harvesting will start. Then we are very happy to say if we get about 6 tons per hectare and our moisture content is okay, then definitely we can start with the harvesting. So it means we are breaking even, or we are okay. I'm just informing most of the upcoming farmers and those who are into maize to say there are manual systems that you can do, or you can evaluate before even you sell your maize. You will have more or less an idea. Of course, sometimes your prediction might be below or slightly above, but it can give you a guidance. And remember, as you are going to harvest, sometimes the animals have destroyed some of the maize. Sometimes when you were planting, some of the planter has missed some spaces. So instead of you saying you have planted about 100 hectares total, you'll find that you have planted about 95, you have planted about 92. That's number one. Number two, remember when you are harvesting, the harvester is going to lose some of the corns. So again, you might lose there, even if you're going to have people that are picking by hand, but you expect that loss there. There's some wastage that you expect here and there. You know, so it's a definite that this is a way I'm trying to advise those that are into maize to say this is the easiest tutorial that you can use to actually evaluate the quantity of maize that you can be taking out, and you can already know beforehand. Hope guys you enjoy the tutorial of today. You are